How is the ancient Jewish holiday of Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, celebrated in modern-day Israel? Let's find out together. Shalom, my friends. It's the Kiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. Israel just came out of Yom Kippur and is spending the next few days getting ready for the next holiday of this amazing Jewish holiday season, the holiday of Sukkot, or the Feast of Tabernacles. Jewish children around Israel have off from school these 4 days leading up to Sukkot as a preparation for the holiday to allow everyone the ample time to prepare and to get everything in order and everything that they need for the celebration of this week-long festive holiday. What does it look like in modern-day Israel to celebrate this ancient holiday of the Feast of Tabernacles? First of all, there's two main things that Israelis are doing. And you see this both in the religious sector as well as the secular sector in Israel, which makes this holiday very, very interesting. Now, remember that in Israel, all the national holidays are the religious holidays, or I should say, all the religious holidays are the national holidays. We have off for the Jewish holidays. We have off for the entire week of Sukkot, plus some days before, as we just said. We have off for Rosh Hashanah and for Yom Kippur, the whole week of Pesach, even a week before Pesach, and the other Jewish holidays as well. And that's really one of the strongest things that makes Israel the Jewish state. Now, the two things that most people are focusing on right now as Sukkot gets closer is one, building a sukkah, the booth that Israelis will live in, that Jews around the world will live in during the week of Sukkot, which is reminiscent of the booths that the children of Israel dwelled in during their 40 years of journeying through the desert. We'll get back to that in a moment. The second thing is the searching for and the purchasing of the 4 species that are used and are waved in a very beautiful, special Jewish ritual throughout the week of Sukkot. Now, let's go back to the Sukkah. The Sukkah has to be made out of certain kind of materials that come from nature, specifically the top of the Sukkah. It can't be a thick, solid ceiling. It needs to be something that's simple and natural, and then you could actually see the stars. So of course, it's outside, not blocked by anything. And you see, again, Israelis of all kinds, secular, religious, making these Sukkot, these sukkahs, in their backyard, next to their house, in their courtyard. If they live in an apartment building, either on their balcony, if there's nothing blocking it from above, or down below in the parking lot. And Israel turns into this Sukkah fest throughout the week of Sukkah, and you already start to see people building the Sukkot already now. But during Sukkot, it's fun to take tours through neighborhoods just to see how many different kinds of Sukkot there are and the different unique ways that people will build their Sukkah. In certain areas where people have to build them outside, you see tons of Sukkot, one right after the next, either in the walkways, in the streets, or in the parking lots. Israelis take their Sukkot very, very seriously. One of the rules of a Sukkah is that it can't be blocked from above, not by another balcony, not by a wall, not by anything. It needs to be open to the sky above. And that's why in very, very religious neighborhoods where they have many, many apartment buildings, you see they build the apartment buildings in a way that each balcony can be used for a sukkah, and it's not blocked by any balcony above. It's really interesting to see how ancient Jewish ritual and holidays has an influence on modern architecture and design in these neighborhoods. Going to the 4 species that Israelis will already today be searching for. There's this 4 species that are talked about in the Torah. We have the lulav, the palm branch. We have the etrog, the fruit, and then we have 2 different kinds of plants called hadassim and arovot. Myrtle and can't remember the other name in English, I'm sorry, but these 4 species come together and people hold them, and every morning of Sukkot, except for during Shabbat, we're waving them in all the different directions, and this idea is to bring blessing to the world. So these are the 2 major symbols of the Sukkot festival, and the modern day kind of, application or appearance of the 4 species in Israel is that you have these little shuks, as they're called them, these little markets all over the country, in every town, every village, every city, where people can go to the central place and purchase these 4 species instead of looking all over the place for them on their own. My town has this. Every town has this. For the next few days, people have this market that is accessible to them, where they can go and they can search and they can look for their four species. Some people really get into it, look for the perfect kind of etrog in the perfect shape, no blemishes, perfect size, all these different kinds of things. In addition, before schools went on break here in Israel, many of the younger children were making decorations for the sukkah. It's a very strong custom and a fun custom for families to decorate the inside of the sukkah in a very unique, personalized kind of way. People sometimes bring furniture into the sukkah, a couch, a chair. I've heard even people bringing TVs into their sukkah. But at the very least, table and chairs, a place to eat, place to sit, and something that becomes your house for the next week. Really, the idea is that you'll be more in the sukkah during Sukkot than actually in your house. It's a beautiful time of the year. People open up their sukkahs to guests, inviting guests over for meals. People drop by. It's very customary to have food always available and drink in case guests come over. So you can sit around and enjoy. And it's a bit like a vacation after intense spiritual work on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur before we officially start the year, to have this holiday of Sukkot that is so festive, so happy. It is looked at as the happiest holiday of the three pilgrimage festivals. The Torah says many times that this is a time for joy, a time for happiness, and it really is. It's a beautiful time, and Israelis all over the country are looking forward to it, even during this time of war. Maybe we can say especially during this time of war. All the best, my friends, and be well.